What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is NFL recap and scores and recap week 11. Week 11. And I'm about to have week 12 coming up. I'm about to have it coming up, guys. But yeah, I gotta thank you guys. I gotta thank you for the support. I gotta thank you for everything. Really appreciate it. And let's get it going. 1 second. So yeah, my Panthers have been looking good. I know. Well, since I'm recording this now, we did have a bye week, so we do play this week. I didn't see actually who we play, but I'm actually excited because everything is not looking that bad for us. Okay. So we're on week 11. Alright, bet. Alright. So week 11 game, we got the Raiders versus the Dolphins. The Raiders had 19, Dolphins had 34. Passing yards, we got Gardner Minshew the second, 30 for 43, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns with 1 interception. Tua, he was 28 for 36, 288 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers had 1 carry with 20 yards. Rushing yards, they got Devon Agnew, 17 carries, 73 yards with 1 touchdown. Brock Bowers, he had 13 receptions, 126 yards with 1 touchdown. And Janu Smith for Miami, he had 6 receptions, 101 yards with 2 touchdowns. And the Dolphins blow the freaking Raiders out, 19-34. Next game we got is the... Sorry, guys. Next game we got is the Browns and the Saints. Browns had 14, Saints had 35. Jeez. Okay. Passing yards, we got Jameis Winston, 30 for 46, 395 yards with 2 touchdowns. Derek Carr was 21 for 27, 248 yards with 2 touchdowns. Nick Chubb, 11 carries with 50 yards. And then they had... Dang, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. For the Saints, Tyson Hill, he is raw. He had 7 carries, 138 yards with 3 touchdowns. Receiving yards, Jerry Jeudy, 6 receptions, 142 yards with 1 touchdown. Marquise Valdez-Scantling had 2 receptions, 87 yards with 1 touchdown. And the Saints came up with that dub, 14-35. Okay. Next game we got is the Colts and the Jets. Colts won 28-27 against the Jets. Okay. Anthony Richardson was 20 for 30, 272 yards with 1 touchdown. And Rodgers was 22 for 29, 184 yards with 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor was 24 carries with 57 yards. Bryce Hall, 16 carries, 78 yards with 1 touchdown. Josh Downs, 5 receptions, 84 yards with 1 touchdown. And you got Devontae Adams, 6 receptions, 72 yards. And the Giants came up short against the Colts. Next game we have is the Vikings versus the Titans. Vikings had 23, the Titans had 13. Okay. Sam Darnold was 20 for 32, 246 yards with 2 touchdowns. Will Levis was 17 for 31, 295 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Aaron Jones, 15 carries, 39 yards. Rushing yards, Will Levis again with 7 carries, 18 yards. And Justin Jeffries, 6 receptions, 81 yards. Also, Nick Westbrook, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry guys. He had 2 receptions, 117 yards with 1 touchdown. Next game we got is the Packers versus the Bears. Packers had 20 points and the Bears had 19. Jordan Love was 13 for 17, 261 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Caleb Williams was 23 for 31, 231 yards. Josh Jacobs, 18 carries with 76 yards and 1 touchdown. And DeAndre Swift at 14 carries, 71 yards with 1 touchdown. Receiving yards, we got Christian Watson, 4 receptions, 150 yards, And Rome Odunze had 6 receptions, 65 yards. And the Packers came up with that dub, 20-19. Okay, so I always say this every time. So as you guys know, I did like watching the Jaguars last year. That was one of my favorite teams to watch. But I still like with them. I still like them, but they haven't been on it lately, so yeah. But the Jaguars played the Lions 6-52. Jaguars at 6, Lions at 52. God dog. Passing yards, Mac Jones 17 for 29, 138 yards with 1 interception. Jared Goff 24 for 29, 412 yards, 4 touchdowns. Travis Etienne Jr. had 12 carries, 27 yards. David Montgomery 15 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brian Thomas 5 receptions, 82 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 11 carries, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So it looks like Lawrence is out, and that's probably why they're not doing that well. And yeah, the Jaguars got blown out in that game. Next game we got is the Rams versus the Patriots. Rams at 28, Patriots at 22. Matt Stafford was 18 for 27, 295 yards with 4 touchdowns. Drake May was 29 for 39, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Karen Williams, 15 carries, 86 yards. And Ramondre Stevenson, 20 carries, 73 yards. And Puka Nacua, 7 receptions, 123 yards with 1 touchdown. Then we got Kendrick Bourne, 5 receptions, 70 yards with 1 touchdown. And the Rams came up with the dub against the Patriots, guys. 28-22. Next game was my favorite game of week 11. We have We have the Ravens with 16 and the Steelers with 18. And you guys know I love watching the Ravens play too. But they lost this game, sadly. That's tough. Okay. Passing yards, we got Lamar Jackson, 16 for 33, 207 yards, 1 touchdown with 1 interception. Russell Wilson, crazy, he don't have no touchdown, but hey. Russell Wilson, 23 for 36, 205 yards with 1 interception. Rushing yards, we got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry with 13 carries, 65 yards, 1 touchdown. Sorry, guys. About that message, let me cut that off. Okay, Najee Harris had 18 carries, 63 yards. Isaiah Likely had 4 receptions, 75 yards. And receptions, 89 yards, and the Ravens lost by 2 points against the Steelers. Okay, in our next game we have Seahawks versus the Vikings. Seahawks at 20. I said Seahawks versus the Vikings. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Seahawks versus the 49ers. The 49ers at 17. Seahawks at 20. Okay. Geno Smith was 25 for 32, 221 yards with 1 interception. Brock Purdy was 21 for 28, 159 yards, 1 touchdown with 1 interception. Kenneth Walker III had 14 carries, 54 yards with 1 touchdown. And then Christian McCaffrey had 19 carries, 79 yards. Sorry if I get this name mixed up. I don't know how to pronounce this that well. Jackson Smith Najuba had 10 receptions, 110 yards. And Juwan Jennings had 10 receptions, 91 yards, with 1 touchdown. And Seahawks won 20-17. Okay, next game we have is Broncos versus the Falcons. Oh my gosh. These games was crazy this week. Falcons had 6 points and Broncos had 38. I mean, that's not worse than the Detroit Lions game, but it's just crazy how many games are just looking like this with the score. Okay. Kirk Cousins was 18 for 27, 173 yards with 1 interception. Bo Nix was 28 for 33, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then you got Beijing Robinson, 12 carries, 35 yards. Javonte Williams had 9 carries, 59 yards with 1 touchdown. Drake London had 3 receptions, 61 yards. And Cortland Sutton had 7 receptions, 78 yards. And yeah, the Broncos won that. No questions asked. Jeez. Okay. Next game we got the Chiefs versus the Bills. Shout out to the Bills, they beat the Chiefs. Okay, so the Chiefs were 21 for... I'm sorry guys, that's a plane. Let that plane go by. I live near an airport. Okay, so the Chiefs lost to the Bills. Chiefs had 21, Bills had 30. Okay, Pat Mahomes, passing yards, 23 for 33, 196 yards with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Josh Allen was 27 for 40, 262 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Kareem Hunt was 14 carries and 60 yards. Josh Allen had 12 carries, 55 yards with 1 touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 4 receptions, 61 yards with 1 touchdown. Khalil Shakur had 8 receptions, 70 yards. And like I said, the Chiefs lost to the Bills, 21-30. Shout out to the Bills for that. I'm just hating on the Chiefs, I'm not gonna lie. Bengals and the Chargers. Bengals at 27, Chargers at 34. Joe Burrow was 28 for 50, 356 yards with 3 touchdowns. Josh Herbert was 17 for 36, 297 with 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown, 22 carries with 86 yards. Josh Herbert had 5 carries with 65 yards. Okay, Josh Herbert had 65 yards. T. Higgins at receiving yards was 9 receptions, 148 yards with 1 touchdown. And then Lad McConkey had 6 receptions, 123 yards. And the Bengals came up with that dub. Psych. The Bengals came up with that L to the Chargers, 34-27. And our last game we got is the Cowboys versus the Texans. shout out to the Texans because I don't like the Cowboys either. Cowboys had 10 points. Texans had 34. Sorry guys. CJ Stroud passing yards 23 for 34, 257 yards with 1 interception. Cooper Rush 32 for 55, 352 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Joe Mixon had 20 carries, 109 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rico Dowd had 10 carries, 28 yards. Receiving yards, we got Tank Dell, 4 receptions, 54 yards. And CeeDee Lamb with 8 receptions, 93 yards. And of course, the Texans came up with this dub, 34-10. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for this video. That's all for week 11. Looking forward to seeing my team play this week. Haven't looked to see who we played, but really excited. Every game is like an improvement and it's good for our young players and everything. But like I said before early in the video, thanks for supporting me and thanks for rocking me since day one, and stay in tune for the next week, week 12. Love you guys. Bye.